science and old world traditions. So anyway, one of the things we have to remember that they represent parts of culture, and who decides what goes into a museum? Who decides? If I said, oh, I'm going to give the museum this pen, please put this pen in your museum, what do you think?
It's not a good idea.
It's a, no, this doesn't go. They decide, a group of people decides what things go into the museum. So it represents parts of culture, but not for everyone. So you will notice that in museums typically have a theme or an idea. And at the DIA, they had different galleries or wings with different themes. Some rooms had pictures, some rooms had sculpture, carved in stone. Some rooms had coins, money. You remember the coins? Gold coins, silver coins, iron coins, clay coins. So these things represent different parts of culture. And yesterday our group was there for 2.5 hours, something like that. And you know, you can't see everything by any means. So, the thing to remember about that museum is that it does not cost money to go there. If you live in Wayne, Oakland, Macomb County, I think also Washtenaw County. So if you go there with your family, show your driver's license, whatever, to show where you live, oh, it's free. And hours, I forgot the hours. One day, I think Monday, it's not open, but you'd have to check. I think so, but you can always check. Go DIA hours. So anyway, let's go back to what we were doing on this little sheet that I gave you. We'll do this kind of quickly. Notice these are words and definitions. Who would like to read these words and definition? Masum? You're on. Go ahead. Say the word and then the definition. Recipe. This word is pronounced recipe. It looks like it should be received, yep, but it's recipe. Recipe.
Recipe tells you know to make.
Wait.
Make
How?
To make cookies.
Plural.
Melt.
No.
Yeah.
Cookies.
Cookies. Yeah.
Pay attention to those little endings. Go ahead.
Melt. The ice melted into water because of the heat.
That's what we talked about with the weather. The ice melts. Melt is the word. Next one. Value.
Value. I bought 2 shirts for the price of 1 great value.
Notice there's a dash. And this is often done to show I got shirts for the price of 1. Well, what about it? A great value. A great value is the price of 2 for 1.
price of one direct value.
Great value. Have you ever noticed there's a store in the area, it's called Value Village. It's a store, sells things, but the price is low.
Digest. After you eat food, your stomach will digest it.
Excellent.
Harvest. The farmer had a big corn harvest this fall.
Okay, harvest. That's when you pick the fruits and vegetables. When you pick them, the field, that's called harvest. Harvest the vegetables. You pick all of them, harvest. In Michigan, we harvest things in the summer and in the fall. Some things take all summer long to grow, and then in the fall we pick them or harvest them.
Harvest.
So recipe, melt, value, digest, and harvest. Let's go down here to part B and start with number 1. So we'll start up here. Salah, read number 1.
Number 1. The farmer was not happy with the small harvest this year.
Okay. You all agree? Harvest.
Yes.
Number 2, Muhammad.
You should eat your ice cream before it melts.
Melts. You notice there's an S on there. It melts.
Yes, and
Say number 3.
You need to digest your lunch before you play.
Digest.
Digest.
Digest. Number 4, Akil.
I have a good recipe for making super.
Making what?
Making soup.
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 No ER on there. Soup. Do we all know soup?
Yeah.
Okay. Next one, we'll skip you, Masum, and go over here to Farhana. Usually, restaurant. Yes. What do they mean by that? Eating at home is a better value than eating in a restaurant. More what?
It's expensive.
Yes.
you need the money.
So they're talking about value as money.
Yeah, money.
Money. Right. Let's go down here to part C. And what it's asking you to do here, this is a bit of a review of what we've done. We have to remember about when we compare two things, we use frequently the ER form. So if I said, this is easy, but two things, this one is easier. But if it's a big word, too big, too many syllables, then we use the word more. So for example, if I said, this is interesting, but this one is more interesting. You don't say interestinger. It's too many movements for your mouth to make. So try 1 and 2 on your own, and then we'll read this. tells you in italics, or not italics, but in parentheses, for example number 1, it has the word easy. So that's the word we're focusing on. We need the comparative form for easy,
Easier.
which is easier.
Easier.
So in this case, easy, drop the Y, I-E-R, easier.
Cloudy.
Excellent. Okay, let's, we'll try this together and then fill them in as we go. So Shampa, read number 1 for us. Read right here, read this one. And we'll help you if you don't get it.
I think the restaurants in Chicago are cheaper than the ones in LA. I thought this new recipe was easier.
Easier.
Easier, yeah.
Easy.
Easier.
Notice, drop the Y. Easier. Yeah, very good. Go ahead, Shamba.
So then the word one. Food thought from farmers is easily expensive than food from the supermarket.
Comparative form. More expensive. It's too many syllables. More expensive. We would not say expensiver because it's too many sounds in that word. More expensive. Okay, number 2, Shola.
Their no money is much more interesting than their old one interesting for my switching at home is more important place than sleeping at a
Hotel. So, more comfortable. No ER on this one. Next one, Shola. Most what?
More than.
Fine. Fine. More what? Enjoyable. Afterwards. What does afterwards mean? What does afterwards mean?
Afterwards,
Afterwards. Afterwards means the time after something. So if I said our class meets here and then we leave, and then I would say, oh, what are you going to do after class? Good. I could say, Instead of saying after class, I could say, what are you doing afterwards? It's the same thing as after class. It's the time after. Yeah.
Enjoyable.
Enjoyable. Enjoyable. Enjoyable. Let's say, was the trip enjoyable? Was your afternoon enjoyable? Was the restaurant enjoyable? Enjoyable. The next part is a little different, and the picture is not so great. It made it kind of dark, but instead of letting you do this, I think we're going to go ahead and read these, and then we'll work on these together. So it says, read the passage and answer the questions. Okay. So Taslima, if you'd read that one for us. Okay. Number 1.
What is the best title for the passage? In many places, it's common to eat with your hands. In India, people eat rice with their fingers. They also eat curry and other food with special bread called naan. Ethiopians also use bread to eat their food. They use a special bread recipe called injera to make a flat bread. They are of
Pieces.
pieces of the flat bread and use it to hold food like a sandwich. A. Eating with your hands. B. Eating pieces of bread.
So what's a better title for this article? What's it about? A or B?
B.
Let's take a look back at the article. Look at the first sentence in this first sentence in the passage. What does it say?
Coming to eat with your hands.
Common to eat with your hands. Do they have examples? India? Ethiopia? Okay. And there's 2 examples. So, what do you think now? A or B?
A.
A.
Yes.
Although it says eating pieces of bread, that's not what it's about. It's eating using hands to eat without silverware. So you have to look, you have to say, what are the examples? What is this mostly about?
African use bread, but Indians say naan.
Naan. We all know naan?
Naan.
Naan is bread used in Bangladesh, in India, and I think parts of Pakistan. And that whole culture uses naan. It's like a bread, but it's a different texture.
Bangladesh say roti.
Roti. Roti.
Roti, like
Roti. Yeah.
Roti.
It also gave example there of Ethiopian food. Injera. Do you know Ethiopian food? Ethiopian food, there's a special bread, and it's puffy. It almost feels like cloth. It's so puffy, you can go like this with your fingers, and it's big, like this. And so when you go to Ethiopian restaurant, when you go with your family, you get the big bread like this, okay? And on the bread, you have bump, 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 bump on the bread. They give it to you in a dish. Some restaurants maybe just right on the bread. And it's on the bread. And then you take the bread and you use the bread to pick up what you like. Curried potatoes, lentils, vegetables, meat, whatever. Use your fingers. Injera is the name of the bread. And
Pizza.
it looks like a pizza, but instead of having everything the same, cheese, it's different vegetable or meat dishes with it. And then, when you're all finished, they give you a hot towel. A hot towel. Because your fingers are covered with food. The flour used in most that bread is made with a different kind of flour. It's called tess. It's very good. Ethiopian restaurants are very good. Next one, Yadira. Next, number 2.
Boxed foods are sometimes hard.
Wait, let's read number 2, the question.
What is the purpose of the passage?
Now, purpose. What does purpose mean?
Purpose.
What does purpose mean?
This
Goal. Plan.
Goal. Why? Okay. So, why this passage? Okay, go ahead, Yadira.
Boxed foods are sometimes hard to digest and are bad for your health. You should buy vegetables and fruit from farmers. They are a great value and they tasty better.
Taste better, yeah.
Many farmers sell their harvest in special places called farmers market. These markets often have cheese, jams and bread as oil. Some farmers even let you visit their farmers. You can pick apples right off the tree.
Very good.
To show why buying food from farmers is a good idea. B. To show how farmers grow vegetables and fruit.
What's the purpose of this article?
A.
We all agree? A?
A.
It's showing why buying from farmers is a good idea. Okay. So that word digest, what does it mean to digest? After you eat, the food goes into your stomach and your body digests it to give you
That's
energy.
Energy.
Digest. Yes. I was looking in a magazine a few days ago, and it said why eating fresh fruits and vegetables is better than buying capsules, pills of the same thing. And then I said, what? And you can go to a health food store and you can buy a little pill that says, oh, mushroom capsule. Oh, I can take this pill, tastes like nothing, you swallow it, it's mushroom. Do you know mushrooms?
Yeah.
Mushroom. Same thing with celery. Do you know celery? The long one? Celery. Celery.
Salad.
Celery.
Like
It's
salad.
green,
Green.
comes in a stalk. I'll show you a picture. It's crunchy, and you put it in salad, cook it. But you can also go to the, I see in Costco, celery capsules. Oh, I can take a capsule and not eat the food. Well, which one is better? The pill or the vegetable?
Vegetable.
The vegetable, right. But people buy anything. They're crazy.
This is money.
They make money. Yeah, somebody makes money. Who makes the money?
It's
The company.
a company.
So, you know that here in Hamtramck, you don't have any open markets, but Detroit does.
Yeah.
Eastern market.
Healthy mart
Is it outside
we have.
with farmers that come and sell?
No.
There used to be, when I was younger, there was a market here. Farmers would come and sell.
Okay, what is Detroit?
It's called Eastern Market.
Eastern Mart.
Yes.
Downtown.
Russell and Mack. Yeah.
Which day?
It's on Saturday, all year long. Saturday, Saturday from morning till afternoon. But during the summer, it's on Tuesday and Saturday. The farmers are there. But there are different places in the area that farmers sell what they make. Yeah, what they have in their farm.
I read about this Eastern market. They have all history.
That has a very old history, yes. And I started going there with my father and grandfather when I was about 10 years old. Yes. My grandparents were farmers, and my father worked, but he also had a farm, so we would go there and sell things that we grew on our farm.
Eastern and Randall, the same.
What's that? Randazzo? No. Randazzo is not a farmer's market. Randazzo's is a market. The Randazzo people go and they buy apples, carrots, and then they sell them in a big bin. But the farmers, you go there and you buy the carrots from the farmer that grew the carrots. They also have eggs. You know eggs, when you buy them in the supermarket, where did they come from? Where? I don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know. Someplace out there. But if you go to the farmer's market, the farmer said, those eggs are from my chickens. And it's Saturday, and these eggs are from this week.
Fresh.
Fresh eggs, yes. I think some eggs, usually people think egg, the same. No.
It's different. Organic.
Organic eggs. Yep. And I grew up on a farm, so we had chickens. And what do chickens eat? They eat anything. What you put out there, chicken. If you put apples, you know apples. You have the peelings from the apples you put out there, chickens are going to eat it. If you have corn and you put it out there, chickens are going to eat it. And what happens if you ate fish and you put what's left over, the bones, the skin, the head, and you gave that to the chickens?
Chicken eat.
The chickens are going to eat it.
I see chicken eat green.
Ate what?
Grilled chicken.
Yes. So if you put fish there and the chicken eats it, what will your eggs smell like?
Like fish.
Like fish.
Yeah.
Yes. So what chickens eat, that's what their food smells like. It won't hurt them. And it won't hurt you to eat eggs that smell like fish, but I like fish, but not that much. If I eat an apple, I want it to taste like an apple and not like fish.
I don't like it.
Bengali too much.
Bengalis love fish.
I think fish is good.
Fish is good.
Oh, yeah.
Fish is good for you.
They-
Why do Bengalis eat so much fish?
Bangladesh,
More
peninsula.
river.
Yes, the water.
Peninsula.
It's a peninsula, but well, it's not a peninsula, but there's much water coming down through. Okay, we've got now we've got number
Negative
3,
facts.
which is looking for opposite. Go ahead, Kadir.
Which is not true. I made the Greek bread cheese yesterday. My family loved it. I was happy because they usually don't like new things. I like making new ones. Greek bread cheese wasn't easy to make.
Though.
Though I had to work the cheese, but then I started to grow. Luckily,
Luckily.
it tasted great. Tomorrow I am going to make yogurt.
Yogurt.
Greek bread cheese is different to make.
Wait. Difficult.
Difficult to make. Greek bread cheese shouldn't be melted.
Melted. Now we're looking for something that's false. We want the one that's not true. So, A or B?
Hey,
A, B. Anybody for C? Okay. So, let's go here and say, letter A. Greek fried cheese is difficult to make. Is it difficult to make?
yeah.
Okay, let's look here. It right in the middle, it says Greek fried cheese wasn't easy to make. Wasn't easy means difficult. So we look here
So
at
A
A
is not true.
and say
Not true.
it is difficult to make.
Yes.
Okay, so Greek fried cheese is difficult to make. That is true.
Yes.
So it's not false.
Yeah, number
You
one.
can't pick A. So then we look here to B. Greek fried cheese shouldn't be melted. Should you melt it?
No.
It says here, I had to melt the cheese.
This one.
You must melt the cheese.
I have to mark the cheese.
So here, part B says, shouldn't be melted. No, that's wrong. It should be melted. So negative questions are very hard. You have to figure out what is true, what is false. Okay. Negative questions are difficult, like this. We all know here's a road sign.
No,
Right.
right.
Not right. Not right.
No right turn. Okay? We all agree? This means no right, doesn't mean no turn. Can you do this?
Yes.
but you can't do it right there.
Only right.
So if I ask you the question, which answer is true? No right turn. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. If I said, which answer is not true? Which answer is false? Yes. No left turn.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
What?
It is negative.
Negative.
No left turn.
It is not.
True or false?
False.
False.
Yeah.
You can make a left turn. So the answer is false. Okay. Okay. Negative questions. We'll do some more practice of those. They are more difficult. You have to go through your head and say, what is it telling us? But the other one that we have to pay attention here is on number 1, where it says best answer. Best answer. So when we have best answer, it means more information about something, not just one piece. One piece.
Second question. What is the row? A or B?
For part, for 3,
Yeah.
for 3, which is correct, A or B?
I think
B. It says Greek fried cheese shouldn't be melted. That is not true. I can look up here. It says I had to melt the cheese. That is true. So you're looking here, which is not true? Greek fried cheese should not be melted. That is not true.
Not true.
You must melt the cheese. You should melt the cheese. Have you had Greek fried cheese? You haven't had it? Do you like fried cheese?
Right. Right.
Fried cheese. Do we all know
Yeah.
cheese?
Yeah.
Fried cheese. Yeah. Melt.
If you put cheese in a pan and cook it,
Right.
it gets soft.
Yeah.
But Greek fried cheese, they take the cheese and they cover it with some sort of flour or grain
Outside.
on the outside. And then they put it into oil and it melts on the inside, but it stays together like this. You have to be very careful because you take that Greek fried cheese and go like this. Oh! You're going to burn your mouth. Usually they put it on bread and make a sandwich with the Greek fried cheese. Italians make that also. It's quite good. Okay. See if I want to do this today or I think this is more interesting. I'm going to go through these. Take one, pass one.
Thank you.
Leaving? See you Monday. These are somewhat technical terms and not so much important that necessary to make sure that we get everything exactly by definition, but to understand what these terms mean. When it says needs, first word. What are needs? Need. I need something. What does that mean?
What?
Need.
Ticket.
What?
Ticket.
No.
Not cake.
What we have in
I want.
A little different.
need. Must have. Want. Like.
When we say wants and needs, things I must have, things I like to have. If I said, I want a new car,
Want.
I need.
I like it.
I like.
Oh, beautiful new car. I want that car.
I need.
But
Need. What else?
I need water. I need food. I need housing. Just get more. Wants and needs.
Yeah.
Next one, budget. What is a budget?
Budget. Money. How many money?
How many money you have?
It means how the money goes.
How money goes?
Your budget.
Budget.
Your money. Where does it go?
What is good?
Housing, food, clothing, transportation, for fun, for coffee. Budget. How you spend your money. Okay. Budget. You can burn it. Burn money. Not a good. Next one, income.
How you get money?
The money coming in. Yes, the money coming in. Next one, we've talked about this one, inflation.
Inflation.
That's what we have now.
What is it?
What is the money happened value?
The value of money is less.
Last.
So you go to the store, it was $1, now it's $1.20.
Yeah.
inflation. The IN in front means up, like increase going up. Inflation. Next one, balance.
Balance.
What's balance? This is a big word, means many things.
How many
money you have?
What's left? What's the balance? So you check your bank balance. Yes.
your
We use
balance
this word.
is
We use this word in different ways, but this is about money.
Yeah.
So we know this one. Balance. Different, a slightly different meaning, but it comes from the same thing. Balance. So with money, if you have money coming out, what's left? What is your balance? Next one, salary.
Salary. Month.
What about working, Akil? The salary is your pay from where you work.
employee.
But people get income. Income can from lots of ways. I work and they pay me. Okay? That's income. I don't work. But I have money from the bank, from interest. I don't work, but I still have income. But a salary is, you work this week, I pay you. You next work this week, I pay you.
Yeah.
Salary. Over and over again. It's like income, but a little different. So, for example, I'll give you another example. Here's a house. I own this house. It's mine. But I can't live in it. So I rent it. Who wants to rent my house? Saeed. He's smiling. I'm going to rent this house to Saeed.
So you have
No, he has to pay me $1,000
per month.
every month. He's got to pay me $1,000. I don't work.
You have
I own this house. That is income.
income from rent a house.
It's income for me. I didn't work,
But you have a house.
but I have income. So salary means you work and the employer pays you. Okay. So I'm a very rich guy. I have more houses. I have 20 houses. I own them. And I rent them out to people. Too much for me to take care of. I can't take care of all these houses. Fixing this, fixing that. Oh,
So you need someone.
I'm going to hire you. He put his hand up, so I'm going to hire him. He's my employee. And I pay him a salary. Difference. You see, it's both money coming in, but in a different way. Okay. Next word is, we just did this one, values. When we talk about money, we're talking about a good values. Excuse me. A good value. Okay. A good price. A good value. But when we say the word values, it means that we think it's important to us. So, for example, if I said to you, one of my values is to take care of my family. No money, it's feeling, values, what we think is important, values. So it's both meanings. Wants. What are wants?
What you like to have.
What you like to have. Decision making.
Season.
What is decision?
You solve the problems immediately.
Yeah. How you go about decision making? Is it a good idea? Are these values that I like? Do I have enough money? Will other people like it? Decision making. How do you think? The next one, temporary totals. Temporary totals.
For some time.
What does temporary mean?
Sometimes part-time.
It means just a short time. Temporary. What are totals?
Total income.
Totals means when we
Oh.
add things up. We'll see when we get to that. Manage, what does that mean? Manage.
Control.
Control, take care of.
Variable.
Cash on hand.
Very good.
Variable expenses.
What does that mean? Cash on hand.
Cash in hand,
Cash on hand.
money.
Money in your hand.
Money you can use right now.
You miss one word.
This one was
Very good.
Variable expenses.
Oh, variable expenses.
Variable.
Variable.
Variable. Time for time.
Changes. Variable means
Yeah.
doesn't stay the same. So here in Michigan,
We have temperature.
Yeah.
Variable temperature.
sometimes sunny,
Sometimes.
sometimes cloudy.
Yes.
Variable weather.
It can change. Variable weather.
Variable.
Fixed expense.
So fixed expense.
All time. Not change.
Stays the same. Fixed expense. My fixed expenses are, for example, when I make payments for electricity, fixed expense. Some things change, well, because I do it, that's not a good example.
What you do this usually every
Yeah.
month.
Fixed expense means you can expect it every time.
Every time. Yes.
The next one is, what does that mean? Cash record.
Cash record.
What does a record mean?
Record. Like people.
What is cash record?
Right.
Keeping track.
Keeping track.
So how much cash? So for example, if you are at a store, they have a record of how much money each day, cash record. And the last one,
Expense.
what are expenses?
Expenses. How you spend money.
The expenses are things that you have to spend money on.
Spend money.
So you have a salary or an income, but then you also have expenses, where you have to pay money out. Some of them are fixed expenses. Some of them are variable expenses. They change. Don't stay the same. Okay, let's try this. Let's see if we can match these up. I think we left you off last time, so we'll start with you. Number one.
Salary is the money that person
Very good. Notice by working. Excellent. Yasmin, number two, do number two also. Yasmin.
Is the amount.
Inflation is the amount of money that a person has at the beginning and end of a
Budget, budget period. What does that mean, budget period? The time.
Time.
So what do we think is a good the word for number 2. The amount of money.
Budget.
What'd you say? The amount of money.
That person earns by work. Salary.
Here's my budget period
Budget.
from
Balance.
Monday to Monday was the what? The 11th. Here's my budget period from Monday through next Sunday. 1 week, right?
Yes.
So I check here, the beginning I had, next Sunday I have, I check my money.
To check your balance.
Last Monday I had 500
Now,
Now-
400
balance.
balance. Yeah.
What do I have? Balance. Number 3, number 3, Sala.
Me, is that is takes more money to buy anything.
Let's read it. Sala, read it aloud.
Means that it takes more money to pay
To buy
to buy an item than it did previously.
previously. What is previously? What?
Spend money.
Previously. Previous.
Before.
Previously.
Before.
So what's the word where it costs more now than it did before? What? Inflation. Yep. Number 3, inflation. It takes more money to buy an item than it did previously. Mohammed, number 4.
Are items or service that must be
Paid for.
paid for.
Needs.
You must pay for this. You get money coming in, money going out.
Expenses.
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 Money going out, expenses.
Things people like.
Number 5, Saeed.
Things that people like but that they can't live without.
Wins. Wants.
Wants.
Is a plan to
Wants. Wants. Number 6, Akil.
Is a plan of how a price
Person.
person will spend his or her income.
Budget.
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 How you spend your money.
You make a plan.
Make a plan.
Budget.
Maybe 3.
4.
Budget.
Budget.
Budget or budget?
Budget.
Budget.
It's kind of a funny sound.
Budget.
A Russian budget.
Really?
Really, yeah? Some budget. So, but it is a budget.
Notice, usually, if I said G-E-T, it's get. But because it comes after this D, budget.
Budget.
Budget. Number 6, who is next?
Number 7.
Number
Number 7.
Number 7.
Seven. Which are the one that people feel about important matters.
What word means something important to you?
Why
Needs.
why
Oh, that's good, you got it the second time.
No. Are the white people.
Did I leave one out here? Number 6? What's missing? No, what's, number 4 was
No.
expenses, number 5,
No.
wants. Number 5 was wants.
Number 5 wants. Number
Number
6
6,
budget.
budget,
Number 7 values.
values.
Really, what? Are the way the people they are fucking important.
What are your values? Not money, but what do you think is important? Your values.
Values to kill.
Specific.
Number 8, Sheila?
Right.
Specific. A certain date.
7.
very old expenses?
Fixed. It says here,
Fix it. Expenses.
expenses
Fix it.
must be paid on a certain date. Must be paid on a certain date.
Fixed.
Fix it.
Fix
What
it.
kind of expenses?
Fixed.
Fixed expenses.
Yes. No change.
Like rent. Think of
Yeah.
it as fixed expense rent on a certain date. Okay, next one.
Are things that a person must have in order to live. Needs.
Needs. Needs.
Let's do that.
Indira?
Should our persons in this
Shows how a person spends his or her money during a budget period.
income?
Money.
What?
Income?
Cash flows.
Manage is a verb. Okay, so it's gotta be a different, how a person spends their money.
Income.
Expenses.
How?
Decision making. Then
My brain.
decision making.
Decision making.
Father, Father.
Decision. Next one, Kabir.
Don't approve regularly in a body.
Budget. Not regular. Which word means not regular?
Temporary.
What is it?
Temporary.
Totals.
No. Variable
Okay.
expenses.
Well, I could see how you'd get that, but not regular means what?
Not often.
Remember the word we had up here, fixed expense,
Yes.
but then we have some that are not regular, not the same. Variable.
Variable.
Variable. Variable means not regular, can
Yeah.
change.
Variable.
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 Okay, Yasmin? Considers. All possible. Okay, this one is the same, okay, decision making. When you consider all the considerations. That's number 12.
Manage.
If it was going to be manage, it would be managing, but in this case, decision making. We use this one twice. Back up here, Sala,
Which one?
number 13.
Are figures written in pencil on cash record.
Why would you do it in pencil?
Cash record?
What can you do if you write something in pencil? You can change it. You can erase it. Temporary total. Yeah, this is kind of a hard one. Temporary total. Muhammad.
Money person must live within budget.
Wait, number 14.
14.
Number 14.
Enter name for salary is
Another name.
name. Another name for salary is
Cash on hand.
cash in hand.
We talked about this, how
Income.
close they are. Income and salary are close. Not the same. When it says another name, can be, but not necessarily. There's a difference. Yeah. So it's income.
Income.
Yeah. Income. Say number 15.
Money a person must live within a budget each pay.
Cash
Manage.
What?
Manage.
To
Cash.
manage. Don't forget that first part there, to
Management.
manage money. 15. Nikhil, last one.
D is the amount of money left after expenses,
Expense,
has been
subtracted.
Expenses.
After you pay out your money, what's left? Cash on hand. If you said cash on hand is a good answer, cash record would also be good, but cash on hand or cash record. I'll just put cash. Cash is money. Cash. Let's go here to part B and see if we can match 17 through 28 with the letters. So the best way to do this is look at the first word, inflation. What do we think? Inflation,
Extra go up.
more money.
Yeah.
Which one says more money?
C.
C.
Yeah. More money.
Inflation is more money is now needed to buy an item. Next one, cash record. What is a record? Keeping track of things.
We don't use cash record. Why?
What is that? One of these talks about a record.
G. J.
J, what is J?
An
Itemized record.
that shows how money is spent during a jet period.
Itemized record. So number 18 is J. Cash record. Number 19, needs. Needs.
It is the people need for everyday living.
Which one is that? Number letter A. Needs. A. Items people need
Yeah.
for everyday living. You can cross off the ones that we've used, so you won't use them again. Number 19, or 20, budget.
G. The amount of money that the person has left after spending money.
Money left is
A.
balance.
Balance.
But what is the budget?
Budget. It is the person spend money for during the budget period. Balance. I.
What?
Items.
Budget is not items, but a budget is, look at F, a plan. F, a plan. A budget is a plan. How you spend your money A plan.
Yep. The plan. 21.
Number 21, values.
H. The white people feel.
Yes, how you feel about them. Values. Values. Number 22, expenses.
Items that the person spends money for dining. No. I. Items that person spends money for dining. Appreciate with it.
Spends money.
Spends money.
Expenses.
Spends.
I. These are your expenses. How you spend your money. 23, decision making.
Thinking of all the choice when solving a problem.
Thinking, yes.
Thinking.
Decision making,
Number B.
thinking. Letter B, yep. Number 24, salary.
E. E. Money earned by a person.
Money earned by a person. Salary. Number 25, wants.
D.
It can be like about and live without.
You like it, but you can live without it.
Yep. E. 26.
26,
G.
balance.
G. The amount of money that a person has left after spending money.
Yeah. What's left is your balance.
Balance. Number G.
And number 27,
Oh.
fixed expense.
The last one. The jet items that must be paid regularly.
Regularly. Paid regular, like rent.
28. K.
Variable expenses.
The jet items that are not paid regularly.
Okay, not regular is variable. It can change, like the weather. We'll stop today. This part down here, I don't think you need to do that, unscramble. So I will see you on Monday. Okay, hopefully. Yes?
Yes.
Have a good weekend. Stay warm.
We talk about life in US.
Life in the U.S.
Yeah. To everybody, we have to work. People work and work and work. I think it is good for all people.
Well, yes and no.
But when you only stay at home, it is bad.
Oh, yeah.
When you're young, you can use your money.
Yeah.
You need it to work so
No.
much.
But not spend your money, it is your choice.
It's your choice.
Yeah, your choice.
What's the money?
We'll talk about that next week.
You need to plan. After 10 years, 15 years. So you need a plan.
So it's good to have a plan.
You is to plan by
What you can do to make more money, if that's your value, to make more money.
Yes.
What's important to you? Some things are more important than others. Some people think that making money is the only value.
It takes a lot of money.
What's it? What is it?
But that's,
Taxes?
yeah,
Well,
it takes too much.
one of the things that is interesting about this People who work every day, and get a salary, pay more taxes than people that don't work, that don't work. For example, Donald Trump does not get paid, right now he does. Right now, Donald Trump's going through. He doesn't pay taxes. That's wrong. Should pay taxes. Bye-bye, see you Monday. No, it's interesting.